Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Scott. I got a review offer to review this cutlery set. It's compostable, so that means it will degrade over time. And it was from a company called JY Household. And the forks, it just says forks on the thing. And then I opened it up and I was surprised that I believe there's 100 knives, 100 forks, and 100 spoons. So that's a nice set. And so I was a little concerned with it being compostable that it might be affected by heat more than other plastic things would, but um, the strength is pretty amazing. I really I put it through some tests here. This is just cutting a Salisbury steak, which is very soft, so it would be like cutting a hamburger. But I used the knife also to cut a meatloaf, and I'm holding the camera with my hand, so I'm just one-handed cutting with this, and it's going through pretty good. The serrations on the knife are they're not super intense to where it would just grab the thing and throw it when you're trying to cut, but um, just enough to get a good bite in there and cut it. So it's just as good as any butter knife, or even better than any butter knife that I have. I mean, our butter knives have a very weak serration on them. These have a much stronger serration. So I decided I get a cup of really hot water. So I got a cup of hot water just out of the faucet, as hot as I could get it, and I threw a fork in it, and I set it down here, and I let it sit there for 24 hours. And the next day, I checked the time, and it was just about 24 hours and maybe 10 minutes. And I took it out, and then I put it under really hot water, running, and then I pushed on it and bent it and just beat it up really good, and it really held up really good after 24 hours of sitting in water. So I was impressed, and I did take all that footage, but I lost it. So somehow, anyway, I I mostly wanted to just show what this could do. I don't really know what else you could expect out of eating utensils other than the ability to eat with them and not have to worry about them breaking off in your mouth. So that's what I concentrated on for this video. So there's a little more video than necessary of me pulling out the knife, but I wanted you to see that it came from a sealed package. In this box of plant-based silverware we got I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't even know they were plant-based until I pulled it out and looked at it. But the stuff that I'm reviewing is very thin. It looks very thin, and it looks a lot weaker. But let's do some strength testing here. Now, the most important part to be strong would be the points, the tines. So here they are, beating that up pretty good. And then this one, boom, it broke. That was a pretty good result there. I mean, that was a definitive result. I mean, I'm pushing a lot harder, and I really did. I mean, I'm not trying to embellish it all. I'm really giving just as much pressure on both, if not more, on the one that I'm reviewing. So that was held up really good. This one, right when I turned it over, bam, I was barely putting any pressure on it at all. It was just so happens that direction made it break really easy. And then you could see the thickness of where it's bent, and the actual thickness of the material is a little bit thicker on the stuff that I'm reviewing. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment and like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you. Thanks a lot. You stay healthy. Take care.